Hi everyone, it's KIREI here for Bramble Fox, and I am using the fabulous October Fox box and the Fresh Foliage set, which is available in the Bramble Fox store now. So I have pulled out a couple of photos from a very recent get together, and I thought they would go perfectly with this 49 and market. Now, this is an older collection, but honestly, it's probably my favorite. I absolutely love the colors in this collection, and I thought it worked perfectly with the Gather title that I'm using from the October Fox box. I just love all the sort of the colours, the oranges, the deep sort of burgundy plummy colours, along with the pops of pink. So that 49 Market collection was definitely a favourite. So I've just got two photos this time, a little bit of a change for me because I've definitely been going for these really sort of multi photo layouts. And when I say multi, like 6, 8, 12 type photos. So which is really working for me. So, but this time I just had the two. So, I went out just at the beginning of the month to meet up with some friends. And these are old friends actually. These are some of the girls that I met when I very, very first moved to the UK. And so Jackie had actually gone back to Australia, and some of the girls I just haven't seen for a really long time. So Jackie was coming back over for a trip with her sister, and she sort of got everyone together, which was fabulous, and it was so lovely to catch up again with all of them. So we definitely said we really mustn't leave it as long next time. So plans are underway for a catch up pre-Christmas, which will be lovely. So what have I got? So here I have, so that background paper is actually really, really beautiful. I don't really need to do too much to it. So I'm just pulling out some of the embellishment pieces and building those into a couple of clusters around my photos. And then I've got the leaves from the Fresh Foliage set that I've got tucked in there to that bottom right cluster. And then I'm just sort of I'm playing around with what I'm going to use. I've got those frames in there. I've got the Viewmaster slide bright pink piece over on the right. I definitely needed to get a cluster at the bottom because I felt like I had quite a lot at the top and I had the two clusters around the photos, but I really need to get the balance in there. So adding that third cluster works to balance out the layout. So I'm just adding that little cluster down the bottom. Sorry, it's just gone off the edge of this. I've pushed my layout down as I'm working, so sorry that you can't quite see all of it. So I'm just tucking in. I've got some of the flowers in there. I've got the little leaves. I've got the stripe, that's diagonal stripe piece, and I added a bit at the bottom, but I needed to add a bit into the top there just to pull it together. There's that sort of, from a design perspective, it's about having similar things in those clusters, so it draws the eye to each of them. So yeah, I've just added that little piece at the top of the photos. I'm adding that larger flower on foam pads because I'm wanting to tuck those leaves under. So I'm just playing around with that foam pad because it's in the way of where I need to tuck that leaf branch, and I think it still is. Yes, moving it again. Hopefully third time lucky. There we go. So I get that one stuck down. So so building those clusters together, just getting everything stuck down. And as always, I'm just sticking down things in the center. They're not getting stuck completely flat. You can see I'm curving the edges of each of the elements there so that I get that little bit of sort of lift and dimension. Same with anything like leaves, etc. You can see that they're just stuck down through the middle, and I'm able to curve the edges of those leaves up. I've got some little banners, phrase banners there. It says "Loved this most," making memories together, and favorite photo. So, and I've jumped on. I've stuck I've got that Viewmaster piece stuck in as well. Now I brought in, these are just some gold perspectives actually from a stash. They're a little bit older, but I just felt like I wanted to add something more in, so I'm just bringing in a little bit of gold with those leaves. And then I'm just looking at adding some little enamel dots. Okay, so just tucking these in around my clusters. I'm just going with that sort of plummy colour because that ties in really nicely with the colour of my gather perspective that I've used for a title. And I'm getting really close to being done. I have to say this layout came together really, really quickly for me. Because I've got that beautiful background paper, it really didn't need too much to be added to it. But adding those clusters and the leaf perspectives and then just the title worked really, really well for me. So, yeah, so, oh, I've got some little heart enamel dots here as well. I shouldn't say dots because they're not dots, they're hearts, enamel hearts. Yes, I'm just adding a few of those in as well. I get that gather title stuck down and then I'm pretty much done. I will add some splatters and of course I will add my journaling and that will go below the title. I always like to add journaling to my layouts, mainly because I just want to add something that reminds me about what the event was, or just to to talk about it, even if it's a line or two. But I what's most important is adding the date, because I definitely find that helps when I'm getting them into my albums, because they all go into albums in date order. So yeah. Anyway, I think that's it. Here we go. Here is the final layout. And here are some of the close-ups. You'll see that fabulous title. And as I said, it coordinates beautifully with the 49 and Market collection. There is the Fresh Foliage set. Yeah. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed watching the process video, and I will see you again soon in my next one. Bye for now.